शक्ति का रूप है। इंडी अलायंस ने अपनी घोषणा पत्र जाहिर किया और उन्होंने कहा है कि उनकी लड़ाई शक्ति के खिलाफ है। मेरे लिए हर मां शक्ति का रूप है। ये लड़ाई एक तरफ शक्ति के विनाश के लोग करने वाले लोग हैं, दूसरी तरफ शक्ति की पूजा करने वाले लोग हैं। मैं इस चुनौती को स्वीकार करता हूं और मैं इन शक्ति स्वरूपा माताओं बहनों की रक्षा के लिए जान की बाजी लगा दूंगा। मुकाबला 4 जून को हो जाएगा। कौन शक्ति का विनाश कर सकता है और कौन शक्ति के आशीर्वाद प्राप्त कर सकता है, इसका मुकाबला 4 जून को हो जाएगा।
Okay, let's go over first to our colleague Pallavi to understand more about the comments that were made yesterday. So we'll keep our focus first on what Rahul Gandhi had to say. Pallavi, we've played out for our audiences right now a short bite from the larger rally that we saw Rahul Gandhi participate in, lead yesterday in Maharashtra. I just want to ask you, Pallavi, what do you think, or what could you tell our audiences about the Congress's thought process, their tactical planning in putting a statement like that right in the middle of Rahul Gandhi's speech?
I think more than a Congress, we really need to understand that this was an off-the-cuff remark which came in from Rahul Gandhi, which puts his party in a bit of a bind and which perhaps explains why many in the top Congress leadership began to issue clarifications, whether it came in from the Congress president or the media in charge, Pawan Khera, and ultimately Rahul Gandhi himself, when he said that it was an attempt by the Prime Minister to twist his comments. There were 2 problem areas which has stoked a controversy. One, when he said that Hindu dharma mein Shakti hai aur hum Shakti ke khilaf lad rahe hain. What he perhaps wanted to say was that there is a power which the government has and the government misuses the power. So there was no need perhaps to connect what he wanted to say with religion, and that is where it has earned him the tag of being anti-Hindu. Second, Shakti denotes Durga, Parvati, and someone we all worship, and Shakti also epitomizes women empowerment, Nari Shakti, which of course happens to be the crux of the poll campaign, not just of the BJP but of every political party. And that again is where he has been accused of being a misogynist, someone who doesn't understand what Nari Shakti is all about. As we know that the Prime Minister is down south today, these comments were made by the PM in Karnataka, which along with Himachal Pradesh has really been the test case by the Congress party to try their luck with women voters, and it's worked. I mean, Toya, it was Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, the main face. Sonia Gandhi is the only one and the only state in which she actually went and campaigned. She was the one who announced Dhan or Rashi directly into the accounts of the women. So therefore, the Prime Minister questioning the women credentials, women supporting credentials of the Congress party does put them on a back foot, which perhaps explains why Rahul Gandhi came out with that clarification.
Pallavi, thank you for that context. Let's quickly go over to more of our reporters. Pallavi is with us. Payal Mehta is joining us from the ground. We have our colleague Aman Sharma joining us from right here in the newsroom. And our colleague Vinay Deshpande, who will tell us more about the rally itself yesterday. First, let's go over to our colleague Aman, who joins us from the newsroom. Aman, some would describe this as an old goal. If you just look at the way, or a self-goal, if you just look at the way the media has been covering the comment itself, everything that's played out today itself, and then if you take a look at what the Prime Minister's comments were, and you see the Prime Minister really taking it from the front. He's made a very pointed attack at those comments. Can you just first give us a little context to what the Prime Minister had to say today, his rebuttal to what Rahul Gandhi had to say, and just lay out the broader context, because this is coming in the middle of a South push that the BJP is making?
See, Toya, the problem here is that what Rahul Gandhi has said, why speak about Shakti in the context of Hinduism if you did not mean that? The problem is that Rahul Gandhi did say that. He may have meant something else, but he actually used that term. He used the term Shakti in the context of Hinduism. He mentioned that. So that is what I think the BJP has, pounced upon, and we saw Mr. Narendra Modi respond to it within 24 hours. Not only is this comment being seen as against Hinduism, also misogynistic in a way, because the Prime Minister, when he spoke from the stage, he said that, I see all the mothers and the sisters and daughters of this country as Shakti. So I will do everything to protect this Shakti, and if some people want to fight Shakti, like Rahul Gandhi alluded to, they can fight, but the result on June 4th will show that people who back Shakti are winning or people who are fighting Shakti are winning. So clearly the Prime Minister, this is one self-goal after the other. I would say the first one was by Lalu Prasad Yadav when he questioned that Mr. Modi does not have any parivar, which led to this entire campaign of Modi ka parivar by the BJP leaders. And now we see the second, I would say, this self-goal by Rahul Gandhi. And this came on the occasion of the conclusion of his entire Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, an effort that he's done for over a month. But sadly, that effort for the Congress party, that effort is being overshadowed by this comment. People are now speaking about his comment on Shakti rather than speaking about what he would have done during the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. In a way, a self-goal towards that also, that the entire effort that the Congress tried to do has got negated by this very controversy, which the BJP has rightfully, I would say, politically pounced upon when the elections have been announced.
Let me just take that question over to our colleague Pallavi, who's also with us. Pallavi, how is the Congress seeing this? Are they seeing that the controversy is overshadowing the achievements made by Gandhi, the huge achievement that it was to even have the INDIA leaders yesterday on the stage with the Congress leader? You had, of course, key leaders, Uddhav Thackeray, you had Sharad Pawar, all of them joining him on that stage, a vision of unity in some ways. Does the Congress feel it's been overshadowed? Okay, we'll go over to Pallavi. All right, we'll go over to our colleague Pallavi, our colleague Aman. We have an entire battery of reporters who are with us. Pallavi, can you tell our audiences, how does the Congress perceive this entire controversy? Do they feel that it has been overshadowed, that there's been any kind of overshadowing of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra by this comment?
Well, in fact, frankly speaking, Toya, much of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra has been mired in controversy, and it's not the first comment of Rahul Gandhi which has, if I may use that word, diverted attention from what Rahul Gandhi wanted to say. Whether his comments like, in Kashi, I found drunk youth over there, or to the fact when he said that you're being asked to chant Jai Shri Ram because the Prime Minister doesn't want you to talk about price rise and unemployment. All of that has stoked controversy one after another. In that sense, if the entire idea of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, which it really was, to bring Nyaya, to bring the focus on the 5 or the Panch Nyaya, which is going to be a part of the Congress's manifesto, that clearly has not really happened. I remember in stark contrast to the Bharat Jodo Yatra Part 1, I think one of the most powerful images which we were left behind was when Rahul Gandhi concluded it in Srinagar. He spoke about the times when his family had gone through terrorism. And those pictures of Rahul Gandhi standing in the snow with the snowflakes falling on his face did send out a message that, okay, this is a reinvention of Rahul Gandhi. In stark contrast, the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, because it's been mired in controversy, and since it comes very close to a Lok Sabha elections, these comments of Rahul Gandhi starts getting stacked up. And when they get stacked up, they are being used by the BJP consistently to build up a narrative. BJP is a master at building up electoral slogans, because that's what political parties do. They have managed to build up slogans, and very successful ones like Chaukidar Chor Hai ka counter, Modi ka parivar is a huge counter, and for all you know, the Nari Shakti or the Shakti comment could trigger off yet another similar campaign coming in from the BJP up ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, because it's not just the BJP but every political party, the TMC, BJD, YSR and of course the Congress party are clearly wooing the women voters.
Pallavi, thank you for bringing us that context. We're going to take our audiences to more reactions. Then we're going to continue to take a deeper dive into this story. As we told you earlier, we have a battery of reporters joining us. Payal Mehta, Vinaya Deshpande joining us from the ground. We'll go over to them after this. Take a look at these reactions.
इटली के विदेशी चश्मे से राहुल गांधी भारत को देख रहे हैं और देश के इंस्टीट्यूट्स को, देश के सनातन को, देश के धर्म को, हिंदू धर्म को बदनाम करने की, भ्रम पैदा करने की नापाक कोशिश लगातार कर रहे हैं। कभी सेना का अपमान करते हैं, कभी धर्म का अपमान करते हैं, कभी देश का अपमान करते हैं, देश की संस्थाओं का अपमान करते हैं, स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों का अपमान करते, शहीद सैनिकों का अपमान करते।
जो शक्ति राहुल जी ने बताया, मैं तो खुलकर बताऊंगा, ये जो शक्ति कहने की शब्द है, मोदी जी के पास आरएसएस की शक्ति, आरएसएस की आइडियोलॉजी, मनुवाद, ये उनकी शक्ति है। इस शक्ति से
जी से कि आपको संबोधित करें।
हेलो, सबसे पहले मैं आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं और देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी को धन्यवाद करता हूं, आदरणीय गृह मंत्री जी को धन्यवाद करता हूं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष नड्डा जी को भी धन्यवाद करता हूं और मंच पर विराजमान विनोद तावड़े जी हैं, हमारे डिप्टी सीएम प्रदेश अध्यक्ष सम्राट चौधरी जी, बड़े भाई संजय झा जी जदयू के जो राष्ट्रीय महासचिव हैं, और हमारे संजय मयूख जी और हमारे साथी हम के जो हैं, मैं बहुत आज अच्छा धन्यवाद इसलिए दे रहा हूँ। 40 की 40 सीट जो बिहार में हमारे सभी नेताओं ने निर्णय लिया है और देश के प्रधानमंत्री जो 400 पार का जो उन्होंने संकल्प हम लोग को दिलवाया है, निश्चित रूप से हम अपने बिहार के सभी सम्मानित नेता, हमारे नेता आदरणीय चिराग पासवान जी और हमारे लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय नीतीश कुमार जी, जीतन राम मांझी जी और सभी नेतागण से एक बहुत अच्छे सौहार्दपूर्ण वातावरण में लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी रामविलास को 5 सीट मिली है। मैं धन्यवाद करता हूं और ये पूरी आप लोगों को विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि जो आपने टारगेट रखा है 40 को 40 सीट जीतने का, उसमें निश्चित रूप से इस बार हम लोग बिहार में पूरा करेंगे और साथ ही में जो प्रधानमंत्री का जो संकल्प है 400 पार, उसमें हम लोग पूरा करेंगे और इस बार बहुत बड़ी जीत के साथ हम लोग सरकार बनाएंगे। देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बनेंगे।
मेरा विनम्र निवेदन है जनता दल यू के राष्ट्रीय महासचिव सांसद संजय कुमार झा जी से कि आपको संबोधित करें।
मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं कि बीजेपी के जितनी लीडरशिप है, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, बिहार में खास करके गृह मंत्री जी का विशेष रुचि रहता है। उनका व्यक्तिगत इन्वॉल्वमेंट रहा सारे चीज़ों में, जो अभी सारा सीट फाइनल हुआ है। जो प्रभारी हैं आदरणीय विनोद तावड़े जी, उप मुख्यमंत्री सम्राट चौधरी जी, हमारे राजू तिवारी जी और हमारे हम के जो अध्यक्ष हैं संजय मयूख जी, जितने सारे साथी हैं, बिहार में बिल्कुल एमिकेबली सारा अलायंस फिक्स हो गया। हमको तो नहीं लगता है कि दूसरे साइड में कोई फाइनल बात हो पाई है। और जो हमारे नेता हैं नीतीश कुमार जी, पिछली बार भी 2019 में जो हम लोग लड़ रहे थे, उस बार भी मार्जिन आप देखिएगा तो कोई भी सीट ऐसा नहीं था, 1-2 को छोड़ करके, जहां 2 लाख से ऊपर का मार्जिन रहा लोकसभा में। और अभी जो परिस्थिति है उसमें तो मुझे बिल्कुल लगता है कि वन वे इलेक्शन है, जमीन पर कुछ दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा है बिहार में। मैं बाहर का इतना असेसमेंट नहीं किया हूं कि बिहार में जो हम लोग घूमते रहे या जो काम हुआ है, लोगों की आकांक्षा बढ़ी है और कि ये डबल इंजन की सरकार रहेगी तो बिहार में जो डेवलपमेंट का, विकास का गाथा है और बड़ा काम होगा वहां पर। तो मुझे लगता है वो जो एस्पिरेशन है लोगों का, जो एस्पिरेशन बढ़ा है, निश्चित रूप से आने वाले चुनाव में बिहार जो 40 का 40 सीट है वो 2024 में एनडीए गठबंधन लेके आएगा। बहुत
अब हम अपने लोकप्रिय उप मुख्यमंत्री और बिहार भाजपा के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष माननीय सम्राट चौधरी जी से आग्रह करेंगे कि आपको संबोधित करें।
जी नमस्कार मित्रों, आज इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में उपस्थित हम लोगों के भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रभारी आदरणीय विनोद तावड़े जी, जनता दल यू के नेता और राज्यसभा के सांसद आदरणीय संजय झा जी, लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी रामविलास के प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष राजू तिवारी जी, हमारे राष्ट्रीय सह मीडिया प्रभारी संजय मयूख जी, हिंदुस्तानी अवाम मोर्चा के दिल्ली के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष रजनीश जी, आज देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में बिहार में 40 की 40 सीट जीतने का लक्ष्य हमारा है। और पिछले बार हम लोग 3 पार्टियों के अलायंस में 2019 का चुनाव लड़े थे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी, हिंदुस्तानी अवाम मोर्चा, लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी और जनता दल यूनाइटेड, इस बार दो और पार्टियों का सहयोग हम लोगों के साथ बढ़ा है जो पिछले बार महागठबंधन में थे, हिंदुस्तानी अवाम मोर्चा और आरएलएसपी उस समय था जो आरएलएम के तौर पर आज के तारीख में है। तो मैं ये बताना चाहता हूं कि आज सभी लोग, सभी पांचों पार्टियों के, सबके नेताओं के सहयोग से, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में, आदरणीय गृह मंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में, आदरणीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जी के मार्गदर्शन में और बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय नीतीश कुमार जी के निर्देशन में, आदरणीय चिराग पासवान जी, आदरणीय जीतन राम मांझी जी, आदरणीय उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जी, सभी लोगों के सहमति से बिहार में हम गठबंधन में चुनाव लड़ने जा रहे हैं। विस्तृत तौर पर आदरणीय विनोद तावड़े जी आपको बताएंगे, लेकिन स्पष्ट है कि 2024 में फिर से नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार और 40 की 40 सीट जीतकर देश में जो 400 पार का हमारा संकल्प है उसको आगे बढ़ाना है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
मित्रों, आप जो बिहार विजय के लिए प्रतीक्षारत हैं, उस प्रतीक्षा के संदर्भ में विधिवत घोषणा और संबोधित करेंगे हमारे यशस्वी राष्ट्रीय महामंत्री और बिहार के चुनाव प्रभारी माननीय विनोद तावड़े जी। मेरा सविनय निवेदन होगा माननीय विनोद तावड़े जी से कि आपको संबोधित करें।
नमस्कार। बिहार एनडीए के सभी आदरणीय नेतागण, भारतीय जनता पार्टी, जनता दल यूनाइटेड, लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी, हिंदुस्तानी अवाम मोर्चा और राष्ट्रीय लोक मोर्चा, ऐसे सभी का जो एनडीए गठबंधन बिहार में एक साथ होकर चुनाव लड़ेगा। भले पार्टी के अपने अपने चुनाव चिन्ह अपने अपने सीटों पे अलग हो, लेकिन सभी 40 सीटों पर पूरा एनडीए की सभी पार्टियां अपनी पूरी ताकत से 40 के 40 सीटों पर ताकत लगाएगी और सभी सीटें जीत कर आएंगी। ये हमारा विश्वास है। हमने कहा था कि 48 घंटे में हम सीटों का बंटवारा क्या हमें हुआ है, ये हम आपको घोषित करेंगे। और आज हमने सीटें कौन सी पार्टी के चिन्ह पर एनडीए लड़ेगी इसकी जानकारी मैं देता हूं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी 17 सीटें एनडीए के साथ लड़ेगी। जनता दल यूनाइटेड 16 सीटों पर एनडीए के साथ लड़ेगी। लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी 5 सीटों पर, हिंदुस्तानी अवाम मोर्चा 1 सीट पर और राष्ट्रीय लोक मोर्चा 1 सीट पर, ऐसे सीटों का बंटवारा हमने आपस में कर लिया है। इसमें भारतीय जनता पार्टी पश्चिम चंपारण, पूर्वी चंपारण, औरंगाबाद, मधुबनी, अररिया, दरभंगा, मुजफ्फरपुर, महाराजगंज, सारण, उजियारपुर, बेगूसराय, नवादा, पटना साहिब, पाटलिपुत्र, आरा, बक्सर और सासाराम 17 सीटें, जनता दल यूनाइटेड वाल्मीकि नगर, सीतामढ़ी, झंझारपुर, सुपौल, किशनगंज, कटिहार, पूर्णिया, मधेपुरा, गोपालगंज, सिवान, भागलपुर, बांका, मुंगेर, नालंदा, जहानाबाद और शिवहर। लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी वैशाली, हाजीपुर, समस्तीपुर, खगड़िया और जमुई। हिंदुस्तानी अवाम मोर्चा गया और राष्ट्रीय लोक मोर्चा काराकाट, ऐसे 40 सीटों पर एनडीए बिहार में मजबूती से आने वाले चुनाव लड़ेंगे और फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार ये जो नारा है वो जमीन पर उतारेंगे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
As you can see on your screens, the BJP leading that press conference of the NDA and its allies. Remember, this is the BJP, the JDU, the LJP, the RLJP, the HAM and the RLM seemingly having arrived at that seat sharing 40 seats for the Bihar Assembly, for the Bihar in the general elections, the Lok Sabha elections. Okay, we're going to head into a quick break. On the other side, more of the country's top stories. We'll also look to understand what this division of seats means in just a few minutes. We'll see you. This is a short break.
Thread across the country. The fact that the Congress decided to miss the Pran Pratishtha is also something which has gone against them. With the Prime Minister himself stepping in to attack Rahul Gandhi's Shakti comments, the game is all open. The BJP, of course, is being countered by the Congress party, where the Congress is repeatedly saying, and in fact led by the Congress president himself, that what Rahul Gandhi was talking about is the Shakti of the BJP, and that Shakti is the ED, the CBI, the other investigative arms, and also the EVMs. And this is what we are fighting against, because we want to fight for the rights of the people and against rising prices as well as unemployment. Unfortunately, in politics, words will have to matter a lot, and they do matter a lot. They are very, very important, which is why Rahul Gandhi's these comments and the PM's strong response to it is certainly not going to make it easy for him and for the Congress party.
हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है। हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं।
उन्होंने कहा है कि उनकी लड़ाई शक्ति के खिलाफ है। मेरे लिए हर मां शक्ति का रूप है।
Well, as expected, Rahul Gandhi's comments on Shakti has now evoked a strong response from the Prime Minister himself. In his southern leg in Mission to 370 or 400 par, the Prime Minister started attacking by saying that for me, everyone is Shakti. Every daughter, every mother is Shakti. Clearly, this is a response to Rahul Gandhi's earlier comment at the Mumbai Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, where he talked about the fact that how the political opponents of the BJP and the Prime Minister were being targeted by ED, CBI and the EVMs. What perhaps Rahul Gandhi was trying to say was that the power or the Shakti of the government came in from misuse of these powers that it have to target his political opponents. But he began his speech by saying that in Hindu Dharma there is Shakti and we are fighting against this Shakti. This immediately evoked a very, very strong reaction from the BJP, with one leader after another now questioning the Rahul Gandhi factor and accusing the Congress and him of being anti-Hindu. But more than that, his comment about fighting against Shakti also earned him the tag of being a misogynist. That's exactly what the Prime Minister has played on when he says that for me, every daughter, every mother is Shakti, clearly is reaching out to women empowerment. As we all know, Nari Shakti, women empowerment, is at the crux of the Lok Sabha elections 2024. With the number of women voters increasing, large number of women now stepping out into those fields where they have never entered before. This comment of Rahul Gandhi is now getting this color which has been given by the BJP of him being an anti-women's mindset. That, along with an anti-Hindu mindset narrative against Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, can hurt it politically. So yet another slogan which has now been taken up by the BJP at a time where every political party is now trying to woo the woman card. Rahul Gandhi has been a controversial child when it comes to his language. In the recent past, many of his comments has made things difficult for his party. Remember, recently he had told the crowd during the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra that look, the PM wants you to chant Jai Shri Ram because he doesn't want your attention to be focused on unemployment, on rising prices. Also remember, during the Kashi leg, he had said that when I went there, I found a large number of women, a large number of youth who were drunk, and this is again his dig at the Kashi corridor. These are emotive moments. Post Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha, this has become a strong issue by the BJP to try and build up a thread across the country. The fact that the Congress decided to miss the Pran Pratishtha is also something which has gone against them. With the Prime Minister
Welcome back. You're watching The Nation at 5 right here on CNN News 18. We're now taking you to a story that is playing out right now on the Durand line, which is, of course, the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Reports indicating that several incursions are taking place from the Pakistani side into the Afghanistani side, with the Taliban government going so far as to say that civilian housing is being targeted by Pakistani jets. Remember, all of these developments come 2 days after reports of a suicide bomber attack in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa parts of Pakistan. We'll bring you more context on all of these developments. My colleague Abhishek Jha joins us right now to bring us this context. Abhishek, just draw out a timeline for us first. Please tell us about what took place 2 days ago. Then tell us about the incidents that are taking place today itself, what the Taliban government has had to say, and if the Pakistan government has made any statement about it.
Well, the report suggests that Pakistan's Air Force has tried to attack certain positions along Durand line in Afghanistan, which is currently ruled by Taliban, of course, to target certain TTP locations. Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has been creating a menace in the last few months. We have seen multiple terrorist attacks happening on Pakistan security forces, and many, other establishments have been targeted by the TTP members, and the Pakistani government has been trying to locate and eliminate these elements. So along Durand lines, that is an area where thousands of migrants who have now become a refugee in their own country because they have been living in Pakistan for a very long time, but now they have been pushed back to their own homeland. So they are living, and Pakistan believes that many people among these refugees also belong to TTP members. So that is probably one of the reasons why Air Force in Pakistan has apparently targeted these positions, while Afghanistan's current ruling government, Taliban, has lodged strong protests against Pakistan's government and their actions in this area, and they have also summoned Pakistan's current envoy in Kabul to lodge their protests.
Can we confirm for our audiences, Abhishek, the Taliban government saying that 8 civilians have died in these airstrikes by Pakistani jets? Are we able to confirm any numbers for our audiences independently?
Well, Afghanistan government has clearly said that there have been multiple martyrs, women, children. They have not clearly said whether the number is 8, more or less of that. But these are the suggestive numbers which have been reported in local media also. But Taliban government has also mentioned that there have been multiple martyrs because of the raid that Pakistan Air Force has done along the Durand line in Paktia region.
Okay, Abhishek, thank you for bringing us these details. This is a story that, as our colleague Abhishek just said, has been playing out over the last few days, but big developments taking place this morning with the Pakistani incursions taking place across the Durand line that separates Pakistan and Afghanistan. We're going to move on now from this story to an entirely different one. A story that came in earlier today, the Election Commission in a big reshuffle, moving the Director General in West Bengal, someone who is considered to be close to Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal. The TMC has, of course, got its finger out. They're saying that the Election Commission's actions are biased. Now, what else has been done? 6 Home Secretaries, so Home Secretaries in 6 different states have also been moved out. We'll just take a deeper dive into all of these different changes, take a look at reactions first. Then after that, we'll connect with reporters to tell you a little bit more about the changes and their repercussions.
Kunal, what's your reaction? DG removed by EC.
You see, we have seen that the BJP, they are trying their best to grab this kind of organizations like ECI, other organizations, the commissions, etc., etc., only to serve their own political purpose. In West Bengal, they are very weak. Their organization is very poor. Public is not with them. Their organization, they are sending different requests. Please send ED, send CBI, transfer this officer, transfer.
Do you think it has happened due to BJP? BJP has asked EC.
Yes, they are trying to serve their political purpose, and we are confident that they may transfer 1, they may transfer 2, they may transfer even 100, but the whole Bengal is with Mamata Didi, and Mamata Didi is with people of Bengal.
Okay, let's go over to our colleague Pallavi Ghosh to understand a little bit more. Pallavi, the West Bengal DG, who we are talking about, the DG in question, it's just important to tell our audiences he is someone who has been a topic of much conversation for the last few years too. Mamata Banerjee at one point sitting in dharna for him. Can you just give our audiences a little bit of the background context here so we can understand why we're seeing the uproar in West Bengal?
Well, that is because Rajiv Kumar, who was DG, was always considered to be Mamata Banerjee's favourite person and considered too close to call. In fact, the BJP's objection at the state level was always the fact that when you have a DGP who's sheltered and patronized by the state government, that kind of neutrality which you expect from your officers, that line is completely eroded. I mean, where else? And to quote the BJP, they would often ask this question, where else do you see that a sitting chief minister actually joins a dharna in support of a DGP who goes out of the way to try and protect, goes to courts to shield the DGP and so on and so forth. And that's one reason why today the BJP is lauding the decision which has been taken by the Election Commission. Now, many questions are also being asked that does the EC have the right to do so? They absolutely have the right to do so, because maintaining law and order to ensure that free and fair election is something which it's a responsibility of the Election Commission, and that perhaps explains why the EC is absolutely within its rights to decide that if there are officers who need to be removed, relocated, to ensure that there's a level playing field and the dignity of the poll process is maintained, then it's a decision which has to be accepted. If tomorrow Mamata Banerjee's government decides to go to court to protest against the appointment of Rajiv Kumar, that doesn't necessarily mean that the court is going to take cognizance of it. In any case, we now have a new DGP of West Bengal. That one of the main concerns which was raised by the Election Commission was that a DGP could not even ensure that the ED officials could do their job safely when they went to Sandesh Khali. So how can he ensure that the administration would be so foolproof that the poor people or anyone for that matter, those who are vulnerable, can actually go and cast their vote without any fear?
Pallavi, can we also touch on the moving of the Home Secretaries of 6 different states? Can you just break down for our audiences who don't have the context here, what usually leads to a decision like that, a Home Secretary being transferred? And can you tell us which states these
are? Well, they are usually... Well, it is usually based in case of a pending complaint, or if the EC, when it has travelled to any of these states, themselves have got a sense that the officers who are on duty may not ensure a level playing field. To give an example, when Mayawati was the Chief Minister in 2012, the Samajwadi Party and the BJP Congress at that point of time had complained against the sitting DGP, where they felt that, that person was very close to Mayawati, and we don't think that person can ensure that all of us will be given a fair chance. Possibly, while the EC doesn't come out with an official statement, it could be a feedback that they have received, on the basis of which they've gone to a conclusion that these home secretaries needed to be transferred. Interesting, the states which are mentioned over here is that of Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, there is Uttarakhand as well. That's where these changes in the home secretary have been made.
You also have the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation Commissioner who, as we're seeing, has been removed. Can you tell our audiences more about that, and also tell us if political reactions have come in from any of these 6 states?
Well, there have been political reactions which are coming, but most of the states like in UP and Gujarat, they maintain the point that this is not something which we want to interfere into. It is the Election Commission's prerogative, and we're going to go by the decision of the EC, and then so be it. In the case of the BMC or the commissioner who has also been removed, of course the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, the NCP, all of them have started protesting, and they've also made the point that there again you have a central agency which is meddling into the working of the entire process. So this is a political issue which I don't think is ever going to find a closure easily.
Pallavi, thank you for that context. Okay, these are obviously big developments coming in just a few weeks before the start of the elections. Right now we're going to be heading into a quick break. On the other side, more of the country's top stories. This is The Nation at 5.
Brought to you by. To attack Rahul Gandhi's Shakti comments, the game is all open. The BJP, of course, is being countered by the Congress party, where the Congress is repeatedly saying, and in fact led by the Congress president himself, that what Rahul Gandhi was talking about is the Shakti of the BJP, and that Shakti is the ED, the CBI, the other investigative arms, and also the EVMs. And this is what we are fighting against, because we want to fight for the rights of the people and against rising prices as well as unemployment. Unfortunately, in politics, words will have to matter a lot, and they do matter a lot. They are very, very important, which is why Rahul Gandhi's these comments and the PM's strong response to it is certainly not going to make it easy for him and for the Congress party.
हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है। हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं।
उन्होंने कहा है कि उनकी लड़ाई शक्ति के खिलाफ है। मेरे लिए हर मां शक्ति का रूप है।
Well, as expected, Rahul Gandhi's comments on Shakti has now evoked a strong response from the Prime Minister himself. In his southern leg in mission to 370 or 400 power, the Prime Minister started attacking by saying that for me, everyone is Shakti. Every daughter, every mother is Shakti. Clearly, this is a response to Rahul Gandhi's earlier comment at the Mumbai Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, where he talked about the fact that how the political opponents of the BJP and the Prime Minister were being targeted by ED, CBI and the EVMs. What perhaps Rahul Gandhi was trying to say was that the power or the Shakti of the government came in from misuse of these powers that it have to target his political opponents. But he began his speech by saying that In Hindu Dharma there is Shakti and we are fighting against this Shakti. This immediately evoked a very, very strong reaction from the BJP, with one leader after another now questioning the Rahul Gandhi factor and accusing the Congress and him of being anti-Hindu. But more than that, his comment about fighting against Shakti also earned him the tag of being a misogynist. That's exactly what the Prime Minister has played on when he said that for me every daughter, every mother is Shakti, clearly is reaching out to women empowerment. As we all know, Nari Shakti, women empowerment, is at the crux of the Lok Sabha elections 2024. With the number of women voters increasing, large number of women now stepping out into those fields where they have never entered before. This comment of Rahul Gandhi is now getting this color which has been given by the BJP of him being an anti-women's mindset. That, along with an anti-Hindu mindset narrative against Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, can hurt it politically. So yet another slogan which has now been taken up by the BJP at a time where every political party is now trying to woo the woman card. Rahul Gandhi has been a controversial child when it comes to his language. In the recent past, many of his comments has made things difficult for his party. Remember, recently he had told the crowd during the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra that look, the PM wants you to chant Jai Shri Ram because he doesn't want your attention to be focused on unemployment, on rising prices. Also remember, during the Kashi leg, he had said that when I went there, I found a large number of women, a large number of youth who were drunk, and this is again his dig at the Kashi corridor. These are emotive moments. Post Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha, this has become a strong issue by the BJP to try and build up a thread across the country. The fact that the Congress decided to miss the Pran Pratishtha is also something which has gone against them. With the Prime Minister himself stepping in to attack Rahul Gandhi's Shakti comments, the game is all open. The BJP, of course, is being countered by the Congress party, where the Congress is repeatedly saying, and in fact led by the Congress president himself, that what Rahul Gandhi was talking about is the Shakti.
Welcome back. You're watching The Nation at 5 right here on CNN News 18. And we're now bringing you back to a tweet that's been put out by the Prime Minister. This is a congratulatory tweet, as you can see. This is to the President of Russia, who, remember, with his electoral win, which we shared first results with you about just a few hours ago, he's now secured a new 6-year term. He'll now be, once this term is completed, Russia's longest serving leader in more than 200 years. You can see here the Prime Minister congratulating him. He said warm congratulations to HE, Mr. Vladimir Putin, on his re-election as the President of the Russian Federation. Look forward to working together to further strengthen the time-tested, special and privileged strategic partnership between India and Russia in the years to come. Okay, we're going to go over to our colleague Siddhant to understand more. Siddhant, the Prime Minister and the Russian President, their relationship, their cooperation, similar ideals. This is something we've seen them both talk about at multiple various points. During the Russia-Ukraine war, we've again and again seen the Prime Minister touch base with the Russian President. And I touch on that because we know that this election coming right after, as that continues to happen, the Ukraine conflict has very much formed the backdrop of this election too. First, tell us a little bit more about this message and what this possibly means for the India-Russia relationship.
Well, look, India is a strategic partner of Russia, and perhaps Russia is the most trusted friend and partner of India since the Indian independence. Also, it's interesting the way Prime Minister has posted this message on X congratulating President Putin, especially at a time when Western media and especially the government of United States is critical of the way elections were conducted in Russia. And in fact, the Western media is also critical of, they're calling it a staged managed election. This is for the third time that Mr. Putin is going to, has been elected and perhaps going to complete the full tenure. Also, interestingly, there is a lot that there are a lot of development expected to take place this year between India and Russia. If you remember, in January, EM Jaishankar was in Moscow. Perhaps he did called on President Putin, and in fact he was also carrying a small message from Prime Minister Modi for President Putin, and we can expect both leaders to meet later this year if Prime Minister Mr. Modi again comes to power in June if he gets re-elected. So that is perhaps in the pipeline. And other than this, there are a lot of verticals, a lot of sectors where both countries have been cooperating, from space to defense, defense to technology. And in fact, recently, as far as the one particular project in South India, there was MOUs which were signed during EM Jaishankar's visit to January. So Russia has been and is perhaps the most trusted partners of India, and this is perhaps the reason it is being reflected the way Prime Minister has posted this message for Vladimir Putin on social media platform X.
So Western countries, as you're pointing out, very much can be expected to criticize. We've seen that relationship play out in the past too. But the US saying free and fair elections weren't conducted, for example. But in Russia itself, we're seeing late into the afternoon yesterday, the opposition staging protests across the entire country. Multiple independent outlets reporting that there's been tampering that may have taken place. Can you bring us more context?
Well, yes, that's right. As I was pointing out before also, that Western media perhaps is reporting that how this was a staged, managed elections. And in fact, all Western media is critical of the way elections were conducted, because there were a lot of arrests also which were made ahead of the polls. Those who were willing to contest the elections, they were arrested. Then if you remember, the tall leader of the opposition also got killed in the prison. So there was a lot of controversy around his death as well. And then yes, there were minor protests before the polls and after the polls. So yes, more or less the perception is in the Western media that these elections were not free and fair, and perhaps they have been critical the way there was no opposition to President Putin on ground, and he has very successfully and smoothly secured the term. So yes, they have been critical of the elections, but this particular social media post from Prime Minister is perhaps shows and reflects upon the relations between the two countries, India and Russia, and and the personal bonding between the two leaders, President Putin and Prime Minister Modi.
Thank you, Siddhant, for bringing us those details. Okay, we're now going to take you to our next story. Let's talk a little bit more about the BJP's push down south. This has been called BJP's Mission South. Remember, the BJP, to reach their goal of 370 seats, will need to increase their tally down south. The 5 states down south have 130 seats in total. Now, in 2019, the BJP failed to get a mark. They managed 30 seats, the brunt of which, the big bulk of which, were coming in from Karnataka, a few seats coming in from Telangana, and no mark made in any of the other states down south. Now, we do want to point out the Prime Minister, as we speak, is on a tour of different southern states. Today itself, the Prime Minister, Telangana, Coimbatore in particular, we'll tell you more about that. Telangana, there's also going to be Karnataka, the Shivamoga area, where the Prime Minister has already addressed an entire rally. He said over there, "Ab ki baar 400 par." We're going to have reporters join us in just a second to tell us a little bit more about what the South push has looked like. Because yesterday, the Prime Minister in Andhra Pradesh, also a southern state, standing with his newly announced NDA partners. So the BJP trying to project different shows of strength in its different combinations in each of these southern states. In Tamil Nadu, for example, remember the question of who the BJP will ally with. That remains a big question. So we'll take a deeper dive in just a second. We'll have reporters join us to tell us more about what's happening on the ground. Right now, take a look at different excerpts from these rallies.
बीजेपी की सबसे बड़ी प्राथमिकताएं हैं विकास, गरीब कल्याण और सामर्थ्यवान भारत। वहीं दूसरी ओर कांग्रेस है। कांग्रेस के पास विकास का एजेंडा नहीं, इसलिए वो तरह तरह के हथकंडे आजमाती है। कांग्रेस का पहला हथकंडा है झूठ बोलो, बड़े बड़े झूठ बोलो, बार बार झूठ बोलो, जहां जाओ वहां झूठ बोलो, सुबह शाम झूठ बोलो। कांग्रेस का दूसरा हथकंडा है अपने झूठ को ढकने के लिए नए झूठ बोलो। कांग्रेस का तीसरा हथकंडा है, जब पकड़े जाओ तो अपनी करतूतों का ठीकरा दूसरों के सर पर फोड़ दो। हर चुनाव से पहले कांग्रेस के लोग बड़े बड़े झूठे वादे करने में एक्सपर्ट हो गए हैं। यहां कर्नाटका में भी कांग्रेस ने यही किया और अब सरकार बनने के बाद कांग्रेस फिर झूठ पर झूठ, झूठ पर झूठ, झूठ पर झूठ बोले जा रही है। कभी वो केंद्र को जिम्मेदार बता रही है, कभी मोदी पर आरोप लगा रही है, तो कभी दूसरी पार्टियों पर अपनी नाकामी का ठीकरा फोड़ रही है।
Okay, let's go over to our colleague Purnima. Purnima has been joining us from the location in Coimbatore that is of particular importance because remember it's right here that the BJP had wanted permission for a roadshow. It was initially denied this permission because this region in Coimbatore is incredibly communally sensitive. It's a region where a bomb blast took place more than 2 decades ago before LK Advani's rally. And now, as we've told you, the BJP asking for permission, getting that permission after going to the High Court. All of that's supposed to take place. We'll go over to our colleague Purnima right now for more details. Purnima, over to you.
Well, this is BJP's mega roadshow in Tamil Nadu, the first roadshow here in Coimbatore, where tens of thousands of people have gathered and they are waiting to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. How is the sense here? Because all of you have been queuing up as early as 12.
Yeah, actually I'm Arun Kumar Shivalingam. I'm a great follower of Narendra Modi ji. Here we have a great sensation for our Modi ji. Coming Lok Sabha for 2024, definitely we will be achieving more than 400 seats. And it is cut and clear, the Modi ji and Annamalai ji will be proving here in Tamil Nadu. There is no other doubt. Here, particularly in here, we have more than 7.5 lakh voters are there. Nearly, we will be covering more than 6 lakh voters. And around 18 to 35 age category, from youngsters, we have nearly 6 lakh voters. You can see here, what is the sensation for our Modi. We are very much proud to have such a nationalist, to have particularly concentrating in Tamil.
Yeah, we'll also get more reactions. How's the excitement here? You're all waiting to welcome Prime Minister. Coimbatore is also a place where BJP is trying to make inroads. Has the party managed to garner more support in the recent past, especially after Annamalai's Yatra?
I think definitely yes. Very excited that Modi ji is coming to my hometown and to see the number of people who are here to show their love and to welcome him to our city. So I'm sure that people are now having more love towards BJP and looking forward to have Modi ji here and see how everybody cheer and welcome him here.
So that's the kind of excitement that you can see. This is Prime Minister's first roadshow. Tomorrow there will be a public meeting in Salem as well. But here people are waiting patiently to get a glimpse of the Prime Minister, and many here are common man. They've been here for decades and they are confident that the BJP will definitely make inroads in the southern part of the country.
Just tell our audiences, Purnima, a little bit more about what fulfilling that challenge will actually look like for the BJP. Take our audiences back to 2019 if you can. Tell us about if they succeeded in opening an account. They did not, in fact, succeed in opening an account in Tamil Nadu. But tell us a little bit more about what it'll look like to successfully make a mark for the BJP. What will they need?
Well, BJP has been a non-performer in the state with over 3% vote share. But this time around, Annamalai is confident that the BJP will get a double-digit vote share and that the BJP will certainly make inroads. Remember, this is Prime Minister's 5th visit to the state, and Prime Minister time and again says that he is able to witness more support Tamil Nadu before elections. That's why Prime Minister's frequent visit to the state. But here, you can see on ground, not just the BJP cadre, some of the common men have also gathered here as early as 1 p.m. today to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And these are some of the scenes that you can see in Coimbatore. However, the challenge for the BJP this time is the absence of the AIADMK, because the AIADMK had snapped ties with the BJP, and many senior leaders felt that perhaps an alliance with the AIADMK could have helped the BJP do better this time. But this is the first time the BJP will go to polls in the absence of the AIADMK. Coimbatore is one of AIADMK's strong constituency, and that's going to be the challenge that the BJP will face in the absence of the AIADMK. But the BJP is still confident that Prime Minister Modi will definitely help the party in Tamil Nadu, and that's why Prime Minister's visit is significant. That's the word from the BJP.
Okay, Purnima, thank you for those details. We're going to shift focus very quickly to a story playing out in Karnataka, the neighboring southern state. Let's just take our audiences very quickly to that. BJP MP Tejasvi Surya launching an attack on the Karnataka Congress. In what context? Yesterday, and we'll just bring you exactly what happened, but yesterday a man was attacked, and this is the allegation of what took place. The man himself says that he was playing music loudly. Ramzan, there was the prayers taking place, and during the prayers that were taking place, the azan was taking place, you had a few men come over, ask him to turn the volume a little lower. He refused to do so, and when he refused to do so, it's after that that he was reportedly thrashed. Now, this is, of course, the allegation that has come forward. We'll share with you what it is that the other side here is saying. But the BJP, led by Tejasvi Surya, is saying that the Congress needs to make an arrest immediately. He's saying that at least 3 people are responsible. They need to be arrested. We'll bring you more context on this. We have the exact quote, what it is that Tejasvi Surya said. We'll go to that. Take a look.
We are demanding from the government impartial investigation. We are demanding from the government professional investigation, impartial, unbiased investigation, and by tomorrow, we want the rest of the accused to be apprehended. If not tomorrow by 12:30, there will be a bandh in Nagaratpet.
Okay, let's go over to our colleague Ritu for more details. Ritu, before we come to you to understand exactly what happened, tell us, I believe 3 arrests have taken place here, and of those 3 arrests, or the 3 people that have been taken into custody, 2 are Muslim, 1 is Hindu. If I'm accurate, could you just bring us more details about what's happened and what action the police has taken since?
Well, you see, right after the video of that assault case actually went viral on the social media platforms, and majorly then you see the war of words being exchanged therein, just escalating, especially from the BJP, saying that the law and order situation here in the state has completely collapsed right after the Congress has come to the power and has taken over in the state. There is no way that the Hindus are in fact finding it safe at all. Now, this particular assault took place just because he was allegedly playing a devotional song. Now, as it is being claimed by the shopkeeper, of course, there is no such mention in the complaint. Now, for which you see, speaking to CNN News 18, the shopkeeper said that while he was communicating with the cops, his family members especially, they did mention about it. The cops denied to make mention of the Hanuman Chalisa in the complaint, and they deliberately have also added the extra names of from the Hindu community as well, while he had just mentioned 3 names in particularly, with that one just being from the Hindu community. But however, there you see now from the lapses from the police side as well, you see the BJP MP Tejasvi Surya saying that he and his party workers, of course more leaders, will also be reaching the police station to speak on what exactly happened, what he has told, because now this particular individual who is a shopkeeper is non-localite. He doesn't really know proper Kannada as well, cannot read Kannada, can speak Kannada though. But with all that, you see, the BJP MP has said that he will be speaking to the police as well, that why such sort of a lapses has been actually noticed, why was firstly the complaint was lately filed as well. So all on that, we will see what will transpire later there.
Ritu, thank you for those details. Okay, with that, we'd like to draw our show for a close. Thank you for staying with us over the last 1 hour. This is The Nation at 5. Right before we leave, we'd also like to tell you about an event that we're going to be holding over the next 2 days. Rising Bharat is going to be taking place. Network 18, of course, hosts it. And what takes place during the next 2 days? You're going to have a series of thought leaders coming together to talk about what they think the current situation across the country is and what they think the future will hold. They're going to brainstorm about the present and crystal gaze into the future, March 19th and 20th.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra concluded with much fervour amid a display of opposition unity in the presence of several India bloc leaders. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav, Shiv Sena UBT's Uddhav Thackeray. But the Grand Mumbai rally was marred by yet another controversy following another loose comment from Rahul Gandhi. Now, Rahul Gandhi, while targeting the centre on ED, CBI, etc., said that he is fighting against Ish Shakti, a word he himself linked to Hindu Dharma. His linkage of this Shakti to Hinduism and the pledge that they are fighting against this Shakti has once again given BJP fodder. No wonder Prime Minister Narendra Modi lambasted Rahul over his Shakti remarks and said that this shows the opposition's mindset. Prime Minister added that while the India bloc is fighting against Shakti, he worships it. He also said if the opposition's manifesto is to finish this Shakti, he accepts the challenge. Now, Rahul Gandhi has often addressed himself as a